That's a good argument, that. I like that. That couldn't be used to justify any atrocity at all. I wanted to watch video, right? Vammer. I started watching a little while through, right? A little bit, and I was like, right, bloody hell. Right, this right here is a bloody farmer. New Joey Carbstrong video, and I thought it'd be interesting to watch this through.
Cow can't look after a calf.
Why not?
Because it's not made to do that.
So they get chopped up into pieces?
So what feelings do you think a cow has?
I'm just saying, do you agree with the sign?
What's
at
the
least
sign?
it says all farmers mistreat their animals.
No, I'll rip that down once I'm finished, to be honest, because I don't mistreat my animals.
Right.
God, it's getting a bit chilly. Do you agree with me, mate? What's your name?
What are we agreeing with?
Do you want to have a debate with me, my friend?
Yes,
Go on, let's get in it. Come on. You want to come in too? You can.
Yeah, no, he's good. No,
he's innocent bias.
He's good. No, he's good.
You good?
Yeah, he's good at debates.
Oh yeah, all right, let's go. So the sign, it says all farmers mistreat their animals. Do you agree?
Well, I'm a livestock haulier and I haul cattle day and week, every day of the week, and I don't think all farmers mistreat their animals.
Oh, you don't know what you do with that microphone right there, right? You put it in your mouth, right? That's all right.
You're a livestock hauler?
Yeah,
Seriously?
I am, yeah.
So you carry stock. Which animals do you carry?
Cattle and sheep.
Cattle and sheep. So where do you take them?
Well, I do a lot of work to farms, and obviously I do a lot of work to slaughterhouses as well.
Okay.
But that's about
So you don't think it's mistreatment to send animals to slaughter?
Well, no, not really, because I'm going to go down here hopefully and have a bit of chicken or a bit of lamb or a bit of beef.
Yeah.
Right, it ain't cruel, right? Because I'm going to go over there and I'm going to go do it, right? I'm going to go pay someone to do it, so it can't be cruel if I'm right paying it for it, right?
And it's just the way of the world, isn't it, really?
Yeah, but like if someone were to take me to the slaughterhouse, would you call that mistreatment?
Yeah, but they ain't going to take you to the slaughterhouse, are they?
No.
Right, I would call it that, right? Because, if they did it to me, or they did it to you, it would be cruel, right? But it ain't going to happen, so it don't change, right? Anything that I'm saying. No, not even at all.
But if they were to, like in a hypothetical.
It's the end of the time, isn't it?
Yeah, but at the end...
It's the end of my time.
No, it's the end of the livestock's time, isn't it? Half of them are like...
But how do you know? How do you know what an animal? If they when they get old, they're no good anymore. They feel pain when they get old.
How old are the chickens when they get slaughtered?
You hear this, guys? Right? If you've got some elderly relatives, right? It'd be bloody cruel, right? Let them go, right? Your grandma has dementia. Right, well, be bloody cruel to let her live, right?
I don't do chickens.
How old are their lambs when they get slaughtered?
9 months.
How long do they live?
9 months.
No, like how long is their lifespan?
Well, not very long, really.
Is it 10 to 12 years? We can flash that up on the screen now, but like how long do...
Yeah, it's a really interesting thing, like where people are like, yeah, well, they've lived their life. It's like, well, no, because when we look at a large proportion of the animals being killed, they're babies or they're infants or they're children. They're still in their early days. So no, really, they ain't lived their life. No.
The cattle live? Cows?
Well, to fatten up a cow, you're looking at about...
No, I mean like their lifespan.
Wait, but what do you...
See, when they're asked questions, right, about animals and their natural kind of lifespan and how they would live outside of being commodified and killed, they're not even thinking of it that way. They're thinking, right, in the industry, when we want to fatten them up, right...
Do you mean a life...
Uninterrupted, like without you slaughtering them?
Well, probably 28 years. But they ain't no good when they're barren, are they?
Well, they're not good to you. They're not good for you to use, but maybe it was good for them to live out their lives. We don't think of them like that. No, they can't have their own life. They gotta do what I want with it, right? I gotta think about what I can get out of them. Otherwise, they're no good to me. And if they're no good to me, they're no good at all. Yikes.
Well, I'm just saying that we end their life very quick, like 18 months, 2 years.
Yeah, but that is false information that you've got there because...
Have you got the money to, warrant keeping them for that long?
I just don't think they should be bred into existence for the sole purpose of being chopped up. I call that mistreatment.
Yeah, I don't agree with that.
Okay, why not?
Well, because it costs money to keep these animals.
It ain't cruel to do horrible things to them, right? Because if we don't, it would cost money. So it ain't cruel, because otherwise money. That's a good argument, that. I like that. That couldn't be used to justify any atrocity at all. Good one, mate.
And then, you know,
Why are they here in the first place?
Well, yeah, but that's the way of life, isn't it? I don't force you.
I don't think the way of life is to commodify, exploit, and breed animals into existence to kill them and use them. I don't think that's the way of life. And even if it is the way of life, say we find out the meaning of life and it's like to freaking do that very thing, does it make it justified? No? Right, you just how it is. It really is how it is. Don't question. No, don't. Right, because my brain might hurt you.
To think what you're thinking now, but when you come up to my lorry when I'm stood outside trying to do my job, whacking banners in front of my lorry, doing this.
Where's this?
Well, everywhere I go, pretty much.
Oh, so there's vegans out the front.
Yeah, plenty.
I don't think it's anything against you. I think it's more about they want to protect the animals.
Trying to stop me from doing my job.
Yeah.
You pick the
Well,
wrong.
yeah. That's the thing. Like, if your job entails being like horrific to others, you know, violating their rights, commodifying them, well, you need to change your job. Your job ain't no good. Just because jobs, though, doesn't suddenly mean that it's justifying what you're doing. It doesn't suddenly mean you're like the victim.
Wrong person here to argue with. I'll sit here all day.
Right, sit here all day and make a fool out of yourself, right? Right, sit here all day, have a little smoke. Let's go.
I'm gonna sit here all day. Let's do it. I'm prepared. So I want to know why you don't think slaughtering animals is mistreatment.
Because it's a way of life.
So anything that's a way of life is not mistreatment.
So what about your carrot that you...
It's a way of life for people to experience trauma, right? It's a way of life for people to experience their trauma and then take out their trauma on other people. Does that mean we let it happen? No, I don't think it does.
You dig out the ground,
wait.
it has a lifespan still in the ground.
We can talk about carrots, but I want
my
to say
God.
if as long as something is a way of life in your eyes, no matter what that thing is, that is not mistreatment.
Well, yeah, like if I was suffering from something, or if I was like got, you know, when an animal lives for a certain amount of time, they do suffer because it's not nice to keep an animal that long.
Right, so they're not living right that long. So he's just said they don't live too long, right? We get them quite when they're young. They're not suffering because we don't mistreat our animals. Now, apparently, we talk about suffering. What?
And if I was suffering, I'd rather pop a couple.
We're not talking about suffering animals. We're talking about...
Yeah, you'd rather pop a couple of pills, right? But animals don't get that say, right? If you're popping a couple of pills to take your own life, right, that's a completely different thing from someone taking your own life without consent, or without taking a life from someone without the capacity to consent. That's a completely different thing. Like, oh my God. Right, mate. Is your head screwed on? Or did you lose it out post? Did Posty Man take it? You better go get that back.
You
said healthy animals.
You said mistreating animals. That's what we're talking about. And suffering an animal is mistreating an animal.
Yeah, but you told me that all those animals that you take to slaughter haven't been mistreated, so they're not suffering.
Well,
they're
no,
still
they
getting
haven't.
slaughtered.
Well, yeah, because look, I bet if hang on, I'll pull somebody up here. Like I'm doing this for the camera. Excuse me. Do you eat meat? Yes. Yeah, this woman eats meat. See, I'll pull him up.
Sorry?
Excuse me. Do you eat meat? Oh.
No, that's all right. It doesn't matter. Like, it doesn't matter if everyone here is doing the same thing. It doesn't make your argument mean that it's morally correct.
It is morally correct.
It doesn't make your argument morally
Well, yeah,
correct.
how is it morally correct, right? You could tell me, because all so far, all you've bloody well said is, we're alive for that. Be bloody cruel not to, like, kill them when they're young. Oh my God, he's had a hit with a combine harvester, right? He's had a little collision. Knocked his brain downstairs up top, right?
But why do you think that all farmers
because
mistreat their animals? That's what you're saying. That's
I'm
what
saying,
you're saying.
Because if you're breeding them for the sole purpose of killing them, using them for their body, that
They're not bred for that, are they?
what are they bred for?
They are.
They are bred for it.
No, right, they are. They actually are bred for that.
They're like, we all know why these
come
animals are being bred, why they're being farmed.
Excuse me, do you eat meat?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, good man. This bloke's trying to tell me not to eat meat.
Do you need a little bit of support from your meat-eating friends? You're feeling,
Well, you got your
you're feeling-
support with your cameraman.
No, but- okay. So basically, I think it's mistreatment because they are being used as property and being, but basically anything can happen to them that the farmer chooses.
Well, yeah, of course it does.
So they get chopped
what-
up into pieces.
So what feelings do you think a cow has?
I'm just saying, do you agree?
What feelings do you think a cow has? Mate, have you not read anything? Anything to do with the animals you're supposed to look after? If you look after animals, and so he said he looks after cows and sheep, and he's like, what feelings do you think a cow has? I'm sorry, do you not know that cows feel emotions? Like, what the bloody hell you bloody well doing with their if you don't bloody well know what they bloody well feel? Look up the psychology of cows, okay? It shows that their emotional abilities are very complicated, very complex, right? You should know this when you're in their care. They're in your care. Sorry, apparently. Right?
You now agree with the sign.
What's
At
the sign,
least
Sandy? Read
it says
it.
all farmers mistreat their animals.
No, I'll rip that down once I'm finished, to be honest, because I don't mistreat my animals.
You're not a farmer.
Well, I am a farmer, my daytime job is to drive a livestock lorry. But my grandparents, my mother, all run a family farm, so I'm part of that family farm. And if you think that we mistreat our animals, then really you're a waste of space, to be honest.
Well, wait a second. There's no.
I mean, you can't substantiate though. You've not done a very good job. Right, if you think, right, that me breeding animals into existence, right, if you think that I'm mistreating them by, using them, breeding them up, you think all these things that I'm doing to them, right, because he talks about artificial insemination in a minute, if you think that's mistreatment and then send them off to be killed at a fraction of their lifespan, you're a waste of space. Oh yeah, okay. Alright, ding dong.
I need to get angry because I'm just trying to figure out why you think slaughtering animals isn't mistreatment.
Yes, but I don't know how much of the population eat meat.
No, your small family farm. Let's talk about your small family farm,
come on,
right?
man. Yeah, stoke it up.
So what animals have you got there?
Cattle and sheep.
So cattle and sheep. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, do you artificially breed them? Or
No.
You put a ram in the with the ewes?
No.
Where do you get these sheep from?
A ram.
A ram in with the ewes.
Well, no, not all the time. Sometimes you AI them.
You
So you
AI
do?
yeah,
So you
I'm
do
familiar with that.
artificially-
So,
yeah.
and what about, do you AI the cattle? Are they?
Yeah,
Okay. Do
sometimes.
you have dairy?
Yeah, I have dairy.
Okay. What happens to the calves?
Oh, we rear them up.
You take them away from the mum.
Well, no, they can have a suck on a bit of titty like a child.
They give them the colostrum and then that's it.
What do you mean like a child? They are a child. They are a child. They're supposed to be suckling from their mother. Ding dong.
No, they have. Of course, they have the mother's milk, don't they? Like, this is what I mean.
How do you sell the dairy if they have the mother's milk?
What do you mean? How do I sell the dairy? They don't live off their mother's milk for all their life, do they? That's not our cow.
Yeah, right. But when do cows make milk? Genius, right? What needs to happen, right? Why does milk come out?
Breeds, is it?
Well, at what
They
time?
start on cow's milk for about 6 to 8 weeks, and then they're on cake. And I mean, what's your problem with that?
At what time do they get removed from their mother?
Wow. Couple days, couple hours.
Yeah, there you go.
So you don't think it's mistreatment to take kids away from mothers?
Yeah, but you really think a full-grown cow?
I'm just
could
asking
look
a question.
after- No, shut up. If you think that you could, if a cow is good enough to look after a calf, then it doesn't work, does it?
You don't think?
It doesn't work. A cow can't look after a calf.
Why not?
So a cow who's had their own baby, they can't look after their own baby, apparently. A cow, a mother, is apparently just incapable of looking after her own baby. Right?
Because it's not made to do that.
So you're doing?
Not me to do. Oh, man. Biologically speaking, right, if you wanted to just bring it down to biology, if we wanted to be really fundamental about it, that's kind of what they're absolutely made to do. Reproduce. And then obviously, because babies, when they come out, they're very, weak. They can't fend for themselves. A mother has to then look after their baby. So technically, you could make the case that they're literally made to do that. Right? They're literally built to be able to look after a baby.
Doing this for the cow's best interest, basically, not to make money off dairy and sell their body parts or anything. You're doing it because you really care about cows.
But you're not really understanding any of this.
I'm trying to understand why you don't think taking a calf from their mother is mistreatment.
It's not, is it? It is just. It's been like it for I don't know how many years. And how old are you?
35.
Yeah, and I'm 20, and I've known it all my life. And it's been like that before you were fucking 35.
So what?
So you've done something for a long time. This is like bottom barrel, isn't it? We've been doing it for so long. I don't know how it could be so bad, really, if we've been doing it for so long. Don't make no sense to me.
What do you mean so
People
what?
have been doing horrible things to each other for centuries, but that doesn't make it okay. Just because something's been happening for a long time, it doesn't make it okay, that's all. I'm trying to find out why you think this isn't mistreatment.
Yeah, but I don't understand why you think it's mistreatment. It's
Well,
not like you're abusing it.
Yeah, I think that's what it is, Leveljoy. The sad thing is he doesn't want to be accused of being abusive because he agrees that it's a bad thing. I'll bet that he's a decent person persuaded into participating in horrible things. Very true, Leveljoy. I think he knows that it's dodge and that, you know, it looks really bad, but he doesn't want to then be someone who's participating in something that he knows is wrong. It's probably that. He's probably quite embarrassed. He's just doubling down, dodging questions, being a bit of a ding-dong.
Hey, bro, if I did any of this to you, like took you on a truck to the slaughterhouse, would you think that was mistreatment?
Oh, hang on a minute. I would actually be quite impressed. You know?
You would be impressed with being driven to a slaughterhouse?
Yeah, I reckon I would be, to be fair.
I'd be terrified if it was me. What about you, brother? If it anything that happens to the animals in animal agriculture...
If you pick me up in something like that, I'll show the camera, look. Actually, no, I'll cover the name up.
You want to
Here we go, look.
cover his number plate?
Yeah, cover my number plate up. If that was me...
Would you like to be driven to the slaughterhouse in
Don't
that?
put that anywhere you should be putting that, mate.
Don't put that anywhere you shouldn't be. I'd run you over with my combine harvester. I will.
Well, it's just the thing... It's like the cycle of life, isn't it?
It's a circle of death, killing.
Yeah, but when I'm done with it, I want to go on.
Yeah, but you're going to die. You're going to die. You're going to die of natural cause, probably maybe some smoking-related thing later on in life. But that's your choice. But I'm saying we're taking their life, fraction of their lifespan, chopping them up into pieces, slaughtering them. If that happened to any human being, it would be cool bloody murder. It would be some type of horrible crime against humanity. But for some reason, it's okay to do it to cows, pigs, chickens, fish. It's not mistreatment.
No, you just like...
Okay. So what is good treatment for an animal then? If that's not what is good treatment if that's...
Well, I think that the good treatment is like they get all fed up nicely, like they're
Fattened
all
up?
Yeah, fattened up. Then off they go. They're at the line.
They go where?
Well, off they go.
So how do they get killed?
Oh my god.
Most intelligent carnist.
Thank you so much, Woody. This right here is a prime intelligent carnist. You don't get much smarter and superior than this here specimen. No way, no way.
Well, they died, didn't they?
No, but you've been in the farming industry for a long time. How do they get
There's
killed?
so many different ways for them to be killed.
Okay, what's the main way that you think
gas them?
they gas the
That's
sheep?
nice.
A lot of the time, they go around in a chamber. Don't feel.
Are you talking about pigs or sheep?
Why do they claim... I mean, maybe I'm just giving them too much of the benefit of the doubt, but why do they claim that the animals don't feel pain when they're being gassed? Like, we've seen footage inside those gas chambers. They're, like, gasping for breath. And, like, even if, say, you didn't feel any pain while that was happening, and they're just kind of, like, lashing around, you know, out of panic, that's harmful in itself. To be, like, panicked that they can't breathe. And you don't feel no pain, right? No. Right, we gas them.
Both, well, pigs actually.
Yeah, I know pigs are gassed, but sheep are...
Stunned.
What with?
Electric.
So a prong that goes... Is it a clamp or sticks into their neck like a prong?
Sticks into their neck.
Okay, and that sends an electric current through their body, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, and that's not mistreatment.
Nah, because to be fair, I've got a hell of an electric prodder, and I do prod him every now and again.
And is that mistreatment of your mate?
Nah, is it?
Do you like it?
Is it mistreatment? He loves it.
No, so if that was stuck into the back of your neck and you're made to go unconscious and then someone come and cut your head off, would you call that mistreatment?
No, because it's not going to happen, is it?
What if it was a dog?
A dog.
It's not mistreatment because it's not going to happen. Like, you can't even entertain it. I think Leveljoy is probably right. He knows it's bloody wrong. But he doesn't want to be exposed as someone who's doing something that even he admits would be, like, absolutely horrible to do.
dog.
Would it be mistreatment if everything held equal? Like what happens at your family farm to those
Mate, chill on the smoking. My God.
cattle and sheep, and then they go off to the slaughter. If they were all dogs, would you call that mistreatment of those dogs?
Not if I wanted to eat the dog, though.
Okay, so it's only mistreatment up until the point that you...
All right, if I go out on a murder spree, don't worry about it, because I'll eat my victims, guys. Don't worry. Why are you even worrying for? Like, none of that is going to go waste.
So if you did everything you did to these animals, chopped them up but didn't eat them, that would be mistreatment of the animal.
No.
You're saying if you eat them, it's not mistreatment.
He takes my meat, he goes abroad with it, so it's not ever going to go to waste, is it?
Okay, so if the victim doesn't go to waste, it's not mistreatment.
No.
Look, I treat them well when they're in the back of my lorry, so that's all you need to worry about.
Thank you so much, the vegan metalhead. This guy doesn't know what he is saying to Joey. I don't think he knows what's going on. I think maybe he might be a bit intoxicated. I'm not too sure. He might have been at pub, right? Had a few IPAs, and he don't know what bloody hell's talking about.
Life, afterlife, and a good life before life.
What's their afterlife like? I want to hope you don't come back reincarnated as a sheep or something.
Why not? If I die again in 9 months' time, it's not my problem.
But so...
It's really interesting, though, because if they were genuinely in that position, they'd probably be pretty terrified. It's really easy to be like, no, I wouldn't care. It wouldn't matter. Not my problem. So, yeah, but if it were made your problem, you would think it was horrific. You'd be scared. No? Hashtag Jeffrey Dahmer did nothing wrong. Yeah, he didn't waste his victims.
I'm asking if the farmers are mistreated, not if you're mistreating them. I'm asking if...
No.
If
You have put
all
on this side.
He's not a farmer, is he?
Huh? No, he isn't, but you've put...
Yeah, so he's saying you're a lorry driver. Are you a lorry driver as well? Okay.
No. You've put on this side all farmers...
Mistreat their animals. Yeah.
All farmers.
All of them.
It's not true, though,
He's not a farmer.
Huh?
He's not a farmer.
Yeah, but that's not what we're getting on. You've put all farmers.
Yeah.
Mistreat about me.
Yeah, it's not about him, it's about farmers.
Exactly.
So and you're a farmer.
Yeah?
Yeah, so I'm saying that all farmers, because they're using them for their own gain, they're sending them to be slaughtered, using them for a profit, that is mistreatment.
Yeah, but also we feed the UK, you know, like that is like...
We can feed them I'm not saying plant farmers are doing... Like, you can...
Yeah.
I support farmers, just not the ones who kill the animals.
So you want me to turn everything into some carrot tops or some lettuce leaves in a pony tunnel?
I don't eat carrots. What makes you think I just eat carrots?
To these farms and breaking into them overnight, because you know what happens as well as I do. You all break into these farms, destroy,
it's not
the farmers' farm.
I go into farms all the time. I don't destroy anything.
Exactly.
I don't destroy anything.
You're trespassing, aren't you?
That's not a crime.
Bloody hell.
I remember how I felt when finding out about what was behind my food. Denial is understandable but so disappointing.
It really is, Loveljoy. I think mainly people aren't set up to admit they're wrong very well. Like, it's like a really embarrassing thing to admit, I've been doing something really horrible and I need to change that. Like, think of how many times people go through that in their life, like genuinely, like a big shift, realizing they did mess up and then changing their behavior accordingly. It doesn't happen very much. I think it happens quite a handful of times in like an average person's life. Could be wrong, but it seems that way. And yeah, people would rather just deny. That seems to be the first point of call, rather than making those changes. And it's very disappointing. But thank you, Loveljoy. I really appreciate the tip. I really appreciate that. Right.
Yes, it is a crime.
Not in the UK. No, it's not.
It's trespassing.
No, aggravated.
Yeah, so civil trespass, just to make it clear, because this, I wouldn't trust much of a word that comes out of this ding-dong's mouth, right? So civil trespass and aggravated trespass, they're two different things. So like civil trespass, civil offence, can't be, charged criminally or anything like that. You are merely asked to leave. If you refuse to leave, it then becomes aggravated trespass, which then you can get in trouble for. So, this kind of like semantic talk, it's like, well, no, find someone, or find like many people all who have been charged with civil trespass. Find the people who have gone into a farm, just looked, not damaged anything. I'd be interested to see who's actually been done for that and under what.
Trespass is a crime. Trespass. No. If you ask me to leave, that's a crime.
But you don't.
I don't leave.
I'm awake. I'm sleeping, so I can be up in the morning.
No. Going onto someone's property to document the cruelty in their farm is not a crime.
It's trespassing.
In Australia, it is.
No, it's trespassing in this country.
It's not against the law. It's more of a misdemeanor. It's a civil
How
offence.
does he not know the difference? Ugh.
Trespassing.
It's a civil offence.
If you go into somebody's farm without their permission, it is trespassing.
It's trespassing, but trespass
But
is
you don't
not.
have the permission to go
It's
in
a
there,
civil.
do you?
It's a civil offence. I'm just telling you that.
Yeah, but what is it with you and all this civil?
Because it's not a crime.
It's a
What is he saying? What is it with you and all the civil shit? That's what it is. It's called civil trespass. I guess he's just being like, he's not saying, because, yeah, I think you'd be kind of nervous as a farmer to say, oh yeah, you can do that, you won't get in trouble. Like, 'cause you don't want people on your property seeing how the animals are and seeing what actually happens.
crime. If you turned up at my farm,
It doesn't matter. The cops will just say.
oh, here we go. What's this? Crockway?
Sorry.
I recognise that farm, don't you?
Nah, it's
It's a parent breeder shed.
Have you got any pig farms or not?
Yeah, I've got some pig
I'll
farms.
have a gander at them.
They're all holes. Disgusting. Pig farms are all disgusting, especially farrowing sheds. Do you know any pig farmers?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. Who's that? That's Crockway, isn't it?
That is Crockway.
No. This is just an average farrowing shed.
Yeah, but where is that?
I don't know.
You do know.
In England.
Where to?
In England, I don't.
What's wrong with
I
that?
won't disclose locations.
Yeah, but that's Crockway.
What's wrong with this animal here?
Yeah, what's up there?
That's White Farm as well.
Nah, it's not.
No, do you think there's something wrong with farrowing sheds? Because we can talk about farrowing sheds, but I am saying all farmers. But at least, do you think factory farms mistreat animals?
No.
Okay. So you're actually saying that. Do you think? Okay, let me ask you, mate. You seem a bit more rational. Do factory farms mistreat animals?
No.
Okay, so even if they're getting tortured in there, it's not mistreatment.
They're not getting tortured, are they?
Yeah, they are.
How?
How's that torture?
You don't think living in a cage?
Where's your
Do you know,
cage?
this animal didn't suffer to death?
I'm not on about chickens, are we? We weren't on about chickens, were
No,
we?
these are factory farm chickens.
Yeah, but
is
we're
that,
not
is
on
that
about-
living like that not torture? With their leg all sprawled out on the ground?
No.
That's not torture? Putting them in these little cages?
No.
That's like the back of your lorry, Jeff.
The denial is amazing. Look at it. Amazing. I know, you seem more rational, and then the guy just goes, is he talking about me? Was that a little slight?
That's not.
This little piglet was
What are you doing here?
dead.
Now?
This
That's
little
you,
piglet
innit?
was dead in the cage with the mother. Yeah,
That happened.
yeah, but
Hang on.
she can't escape.
What about a child that dies at birth then? Hang on, come on. What about a child that dies at birth? Because my sister gave birth to a dead child.
Yeah.
So what's the difference?
But this
What's the difference?
This piglet.
Shut the up. What's the difference?
Yeah. Okay. So there's stillborns, right? But these piglets are dying because they're in this small cage, and they could be
No,
dying
it's
of.
not because they're
No,
dying.
I've seen stillborns.
Yeah.
This piglet was too big to be a stillborn.
No, it's not. Oh, yeah,
That piglet was too big to be a
It
stillborn.
was too big, so it could have suffocated on the way out.
She could have laid on her piglet because she
Also
can't.
could have suffocated.
No.
When did you see it happen? Did you see it happen? Did you see it happen?
They didn't have any
you see it
afterbirth there.
happen?
They
Did you
weren't-
see it happen?
No, I didn't see it happen,
There
so we
you
don't
go.
know. We don't know. But the fact that she's in the farrowing crate for 6 weeks on end is torture.
It's not torture though, is it?
How can he not think that, like, this is like indoctrination or denial. Like, how can you not think it's torture to put a sentient being in a crate where they can't move? Like, where they're just in concrete, like, not able to actually, there's no, like, fresh air, nothing. Like, it's freaking torture enough being locked down in your own house. Let alone a cage, a crate where you can't even, like, where you can hardly move. Where your skin's rubbing up against the metal. Like, how can you not think that that is torture? I just don't think that he sees animals as anything other than things, which is so sad.
Sit in a little cage for 6 weeks on end. They have to, on top of their own crap.
In a tin can for 6 weeks.
No, on top of your own crap. You know they right below themselves.
Yeah, but it's gone, isn't it?
If you don't think that that's mistreatment, I really am. I don't know what else to say to you because. I mean, we could talk about your family farm, but you won't even agree that factory farms mistreat animals, and that's like most of the public are not on your side with that.
I tell you what is torture though, is keeping the whales in the aquariums. That is torture.
Why do you care?
They're just
So
going-
why would that be torture for them, but not for the pigs who are put in even smaller spaces? Come on. There's some conditioning going on here, isn't it?
going round and round.
Why do you care?
That's different.
Why do you care?
How?
Why do I care?
Because you don't even think factory farms are mistreatment.
They're not. Because
What's the difference between putting a?
people here, they're bred for all the people here.
Yeah, they're all supporting the mistreatment.
Yeah, and the, like, whales in the aquarium are confined, held captive for all the people who want to go to SeaWorld. Doesn't make it okay, does it?
Of animals.
No, they're not though, are they?
They 100% are.
No, they're not.
If you donate your money to a factory farm,
We are going to get some. I'll sit here all day.
Yeah, you're even
So,
sillier as
yeah,
time
I don't
goes
really
on.
understand where you're trying to go, like.
Well, I'm basically saying.
He is like so uncomfortable in his own argument. Like he's looking away. He was like on his phone. He was smoking cigarettes. He's like, yeah, keeps trying to appeal to other people and get their approval. He's not feeling very comfortable right now.
No, she doesn't know exactly.
Yeah, she don't want to say an opinion. Is it? Well, let me just ask. Does anyone else want to sit down for a discussion, or you just?
Yeah, I'll
Oh, you're a friend.
Yeah.
Oh, really? You know what, bro? Thanks for sitting down, eh? You don't want to shake my hand? Thanks for sitting down. Come, mate. That's not good sportsmanship, is it? That's not good sportsmanship, mate.
What, you agree with that? Yeah. Well, all farmers mistreat. Right, that's our
There you go.
we don't need to talk through that.
Yeah, no, because otherwise the camera can't hear.
Yeah, because they're going to go broadcast.
Hang on, go to him.
No, all my points are based off your videos. That's all the points I
So
made.
you've watched his videos, believe everything he said, never seen. Yes, it is. Never seen it. Huh?
I became vegan before I watched his videos.
Yeah, but you've just literally said you agree with everything that he said specifically.
Yeah, that's what kind of happens if you find people who are, have similar philosophy, like lifestyle to you. Then it's going to be the case that you'll find a few people who you agree with on everything, nearly, when it comes to that specific topic. I'm trying to think. There's people like interspecies. I agree with on nearly everything, I think. PP, I'm very close to everything with. There's a few people who they say stuff, and yeah, I'm just like, oh, I agree with that. I use that, and I think that's really, really interesting. Some people say it and put it in such a good way, and then you feel the need to repeat it because it overdoes or outdoes what you did beforehand.
He said. That's what he just said.
He said that he listened to him, heard the facts, and saw the truth.
You saw like 5 or 6 farms.
No, you can explain the truth without farms.
Go on then, explain.
You can explain what happens to animals.
Explain it.
Well, they get mass bred and slaughtered for a needless item like a burger.
So you think like a farmer, that's not very well off, an old like as of my granddad, not very well off, and he can't do anything else because he's never.
Why can't he do anything else?
Because that's all he's known. He's 84.
So if he's 84, he can still
do what?
It's one
How's
of
he gonna make money at 84?
farmers is one.
Well, if you're 84, you should be on your pension by then, shouldn't you? You should technically be on your pension by 84. And you would hope that by 84, that they've earned enough to be supported when they're older. So I'm a bit confused by that.
How is he going to make money at 84?
Farming's one of the hardest jobs you can do.
How is he going to make... How is he going to make money at 84?
Is farming one of the hardest jobs you can do, animal farming?
Not really.
It's not hard.
No,
it's easy.
It's not the hardest job you could do, is it?
It's one of the hardest jobs you can do.
It's not, though, is it? Have you ever farmed? No.
And it's not much. You don't get much profit out of it, do you?
Well, no. But you can make a living out of it.
So he can do something else other than kill animals. I'm just saying.
But he's 84. He's farmed all his life.
He should have retired by now, brother.
But he doesn't kill them.
Should have retired by now. He shouldn't be killing animals.
Killing them.
If he had no other choice, like
But he's sending them off to be killed, right, by somebody else. What's really the difference to the individual?
Survival situation, different, but he does have other options in the UK. He does.
Yeah, but what's he going to do at 84?
He can do anything.
Tell me.
I'm just
reading Rainbow. Is that the one that's like when they do you so much you could do anything? Him?
I'm just going to say this. He shouldn't be killing animals, no matter if he's 84, and he's probably a great man, but he shouldn't be killing animals.
But he's not, is he?
So,
and your sign that is disgusting.
All doesn't say that. It says all farmers.
That's disgusting, this sign. But not artificially inseminating animals, taking their babies away from them, killing them at a fraction of their lifespan, commodifying them. Anything like this guy said that he doesn't think factory farming is torture, anything that happens in a factory farm, none of that is disgusting. He doesn't see that as mistreatment or torture. None of that disgusting. But this sign, disgusting. Got you.
Mistreat their animals because they're killing them or exploiting them, and that's mistreatment.
Yeah, but have you seen an animal that's lived too long? What do you want to do with it when it's
when the legs are splitting.
Well, that's
because they
different.
can't
No,
stand
it's
up.
not.
If it's in there, if
Yeah, interesting. It might be worth noting as well. A lot of the time when they can't stand up because they've been selectively bred to be like overweight, or because they've had so many babies because they've been artificially inseminated so many times that they end up, being what's called downer cows. A lot of the time, these issues they wouldn't have had by that age. You really think naturally, when these animals can have, quite a few, like about 20-ish years naturally, that if they were left, they weren't, people didn't intervene with them, that by about 4 or 5, that they would be so spent and so weak that they wouldn't be able to carry on. No, that'd be like the equivalent of us, like freaking at like 20 years old, just like decaying and not being able to stand and just withering away. No, I'm not convinced of that, I'm afraid.
You're suffering. It's a mercy killing. That's the only humane slaughter there is, a mercy killing, and there's no other option.
So you want something to like
If there's
curl
no-
up in the ball and
if there's no-
suffer for 6 months?
I know. If
You saw a cow with a broken leg, you just think, I'll leave that there.
Can I answer?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. If it's a mercy killing and they're suffering and it's in their best interest, then that's not wrong. But if they want to live,
What do you mean it's in their interest?
it's in their interest to die because they're suffering and there's no way to help them. That's different. It's a mercy killing. Are you familiar with mercy killings?
No, because like it's suffering, then you kill it.
If you're saying, kill me, I'm suffering, there's no hospital for 1,000,000 miles, I'm dying, can you help me die?
If I was suffering, I'd ask to be killed, yeah.
Okay. No,
But what can you do with a cow with a broken leg?
Same
what
as
can you
a
do with
horse.
it?
No,
What
no.
can you do with
Same
it?
as a horse.
What?
Insert.
Exactly. You take it to a vet.
Yeah, a vet. But insert. But there are situations where there would be like no going back. This animal needs to be put down. There's a line, but not like
and then doing it for benefit. Like
It's
the
a-
difference is just not doing it for your
But
own.
like farmers might smash a piglet's head on the ground because they don't grow quick enough. They thump animals because they don't grow quick enough in piglet farms. Do you know about that? Thumping animals. So they grab piglets by their hind legs if they're runts, and they smash their head on the ground or on the wall, and that's the way to
If they're
dispatch
not
them.
born correctly, they might
If they're
do
not
that.
growing fast enough.
Yeah, they might do that. Have you done that? But apparently, he thinks that's fine. No, there ain't no torture happening in here. Right? If a baby ain't big enough, thump him. Nice.
It's like they're not fast enough
If
at
they're
all.
sick, they do the same thing.
Well, yeah, but if it
So if
grows,
you're sick, do you think it's okay just to smash your head on the floor and kill you? That's what they do to piglets.
Have you got the money to keep?
They shouldn't be doing it anyway.
Yeah, but have you got the money to breed animals?
They shouldn't
Have
be
you?
doing.
Joey's bringing up all these scenarios whereby animals are being mistreated, they're being put in positions that are horrific for them. And you're like, well, have you got the money to do otherwise? If your industry can't accommodate the needs of individuals insofar as it ends up with them being killed, exploited, your industry is a problem. Yeah, should get a new one, definitely.
They shouldn't be breeding them anyway. That's the
but
point.
you're not answering the question.
As soon as you breed them to kill them for your own gain, that's mistreatment.
Well, I don't believe you. But
Nah, I don't
Well,
believe
it's
you.
okay. You can be wrong. I've been wrong heaps of times in my life. I was eating meat eaters
you're
26.
wrong now.
I was eating meat for 26 years, bro. 26
what
years.
made you
For
turn
longer
it-
than
what-
you've been alive, I was
Yeah,
eating
exactly.
meat. Eating steaks, supporting farmers, eating bloody, big, rare steaks. But then I just thought about it. I was like, you know what? I hate people being cruel to animals. I don't want to be a hypocrite. If someone was torturing an animal right here, I'd probably have a fight with them, stop them, straight up. But, I'm doing it with my other hand. I'm stopping cruelty with one hand, whinging about it, and then I go to buy a burger with the other hand.
You're not going to stop, are you?
But I can stop supporting it myself.
Yeah, you can stop. But you can't stop all of these people.
And I can
supporting
also
it.
make statements like this.
Excuse me, are you a vegan? No. That is
Are you a vegan? Who's a vegan? Are you a vegan? Yeah. Okay, some vegans. Vegans, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There's 5 out, like.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't make you right just because it's a popular opinion.
But you're not going to turn everybody to not eating meat.
No, but I'm just
if
talking-
that's what you want to do, like you just
I'm
won't
just
give
trying to
up
prove
now.
you. I'm just trying to prove you wrong, and I want you to prove this statement wrong. But I don't think you do.
Yeah, but that's just a little. You're saying because they're sent to slaughter. So if you've treated, you've bred
They're
them
actually
nicely-
treated as property. They're owned by the farm, and a farmer can do what they. Farmer can put them down whenever he wants.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's got that over them. Yeah. That's
what's
mistreatment. It's
your point
unfair. It's unfair treatment.
If it's unwell, you put an animal down. If you've seen a
We're not
dog,
talking
if you
about
see a
that.
dog suffering.
We're not talking about that.
You went on about dogs. If you saw a
So
dog
you're-
suffering, you put it down.
Are the animals in your truck all needing to be put down? Are they?
Well, yeah.
Are they really? So
Yeah,
you're just
they're
doing them a big favour by driving all these animals to the slaughterhouse to put them down because they're all suffering. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's what you do for a living. You help animals. You're a vet.
Yeah, I'm a vet.
I'm gonna get up tomorrow morning. I'm gonna do exactly the same.
Yeah.
End of story. No nights.
Yeah, so I'll see you in Sheffield.
See you later. So, well, there we go. We got a farmer, lorry driver, and a discussion. So that was good. Interesting. We also got a crowd here, vegans.
They look so vegan. I have noticed that, right? When you are at outreach events and everything like that, there's like more support than ever for the vegan stuff. You know, there'll be people like, oh, I support your message. Oh, like, you know, good on you. And then they fell off my chair again. Classic. It's the B12 deficiency. But yeah, that's the good thing about it. I am seeing more support and people in agreement than beforehand. You know, the numbers are going up and it's brilliant. I just wish it would happen quicker. But oof. Right, farmer, no, we don't know. I don't actually, torture's not bad. No, you can't be tortured, no.